All right, guys. So in this video, we're doing kind of like a free mentorship type of thing. I'm pretty much sharing why I like booth rent better than commission, but I also bring guests on who are doing amazing things in this industry. I just want them to not make some of the mistakes that I've made. So check the video out. The topic is why I like booth rent. Why I like booth rent. So let's talk about commission versus booth rent, right? I think number one, why are you in it? What's your goal with these barbershops? Why are y'all in it? Steph said to create freedom. He said to create freedom. Because people will say, oh, for branding, oh, for a portfolio, oh, to make money. But why are you trying to make money? Why are you branding? Why are you creating a portfolio? Why? Why? The most important thing to everyone, I don't care who you are, is time, because you can't get that back. You can always get money back, right? Everything has an opportunity cost. You're absolutely right. And so you have to measure what those opportunities are, and you have to move accordingly. Measure everything based on money, we might take the wrong opportunity. Which one would you rather have, guys? Which one would you rather have? This takes me 4 hours a month to run to make 80K a year. This opportunity takes me 40 hours a month to make 150K. Which opportunity are you taking? Which one are you taking? Everybody's saying 4. Are you sure? So this would be about booth rent. This would be about commish. Okay? You will never, ever with a commission shop do this. If you're able to do this with a commission shop, this is not 150K net anymore. This is 80K net. Do you understand what I'm saying? D-May, I own an accounting firm with 24 employees. I have 300 clients. I see these numbers in black and white every single day. If you create the systems for a commission shop to be able to be in this situation, you might as well be in booth rent because your expenses just went up. It's all relative, believe it or not, even with commission shops. So here's the other thing. If you're running it the right way, you got an 8% employee tax. I'm trying to break it down. Let me bring you on live. I'll bring you on live. Let's just break it down.
What's up, bro?
Thanks for jumping on, man.
Yeah, man. What's going on?
Not much, bro. All right, so let's break this down. To get to 150K net in a commission shop, what would you have to make in revenues?
I mean, I hadn't put the theory to it. You know, I ain't running numbers, but my theory on it is if I got 8 barbers, all right,
Eight barbers.
I'm running, and they say they can do 2-3 haircuts an hour at
Whoa,
$40.
whoa. You realize the probability of that happening is like impossible.
Not where I'm at.
Where you're at, you can get 8 barbers that can do 2 to 3 haircuts an hour.
Yeah.
Where are
If
you
you
at?
go, listen, I'm right outside Fort Campbell, Kentucky, military base.
Oh, okay, that's different.
That's
Yeah.
the volume. Now, if it was on the other side of town, closer to Nashville,
How much
we
are you
would go
charging per cut?
35. But
35. What I'm trying to say is that business model is not duplicatable, is what I'm saying. Because to be able to get that volume at 35 and $50, I don't know anywhere else in America where that'll happen. With 8 commission barbers, first off, keeping 8 commission barbers is damn near impossible in most cities, unless it's illegal to be commissioned. You realize that, right? Like, how many barbers are gonna stick around at your shop?
well, it depends because a lot of the barbers around here, if you can do volume, if you've got the traction, see where we're at, there's no marketing, no barbers. Like when I
Sure.
moved to Tampa and I was cutting in Tampa, the marketing in the whole industry was totally different from where I'm
It
from.
still sucks
It's
in
the
Tampa. But hear me out real quick. You can get 8 barbers doing 3 haircuts, $35. They're gonna be making $120 an hour, let's say.
right.
Okay. Is this all day? Are they gonna have any slow days? Are they gonna have any slow times? Or they're gonna make $120 an hour, 9 hours a day?
No, I would say that's not a consistent number. I'd say you would get at least 25 cuts a day. 25 a cut, the
So
most
at 35, so let's do the
all
math.
right.
Because I want to break this down little by little, and then we'll unpack it.
All right.
So let's say you're doing 20 haircuts. If you're charging 35 and 50, your average ticket's gonna be $60. Because I'm assuming they're tipping, and I'm assuming the
Right.
average service, so it's gonna be 60.
Right.
So that means each of your barbers are gonna make $1,200 a day. You realize how insane
That
that
ain't
is? Yeah, 20. You said 20 haircuts a day. The average ticket $60. That's $1,200 a day. Times eight. Times eight. That means your shop's gonna make almost $10,000 a day. I've never seen those numbers before.
No, 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 no. The shop that I'm opening right now, I've got a small shop. The shop we're opening is right outside the base, and what we're projecting is high traffic. I take probably 30 haircuts a day,
Okay,
and
I
then I
get it.
don't answer calls.
We're not
And I'm
going we're not doing like real numbers. I'm saying let's break this down so that we can unpack it. I just don't see this ever being consistent. I see this maybe happening once a year, your biggest month ever,
nah.
or your
There's a
biggest week
shop.
ever.
So
Okay,
what would that put that at? What would that come out a
there's
year
52 weeks in a year. Let's say each of your barbers take a week off every year. This is 9,600 a day times, let's say they take a whole month off. So we're going to say 330 days. Okay. Dude, that would be $3.1 million that shop makes.
Nah, maybe not. I don't know. Well, so the main shop in this area is I had worked there previously years ago, and you can cut on a average 25 to 35 heads depending on how fast you cut. Now these were your $20 haircuts. These was just fat like
No, I
PX
get it.
style. Just
I get it. I don't like the explanation is cool and stuff, but we're just
but
trying to
I'm
run the
telling you,
numbers.
I'm
This
I'm
isn't,
telling you, this shop cleared 1 million in a year.
no,
I
so listen, hear me out real quick. I have 10 shop. I'm on my 10th shop.
no, I know where
Nine,
you're at.
all right, I'm just trying to hold on. So if they clear 1 million, you're saying profit. It profits 1 million. That guy profits $1 million a year from one
From
location.
one, swear to God, from one location, they had 12
Okay.
chairs,
So
7 days
that
a week, 12
if
chairs.
listen, if you can do that business model, do it. Go crazy with it. But that's not realistic in 99% of America. I'm not saying that it's impossible where you're at. If it's a military town and you're able to do that, that's what you got to do.
Right.
But like for example, I know a shop owner in a military town in Georgia, and he doesn't do anywhere near those numbers, and he has 12 barbers, and they're spinning them out in a
Yeah.
military town. Now I
Yeah.
can see $1 million in revenue. I don't know about net
Well, I mean,
profit.
I didn't get into person. I just know that they cleared 1 million like that year. The last year I was there, which was like probably eight
So
years ago.
when you say cleared, you're saying he took home after all his
I'm
expenses, paying salaries, all of that.
I'm saying so probably what the shop made. I don't know. It was an old lady that owned it. The dude that owned it died. His wife took over. She wasn't never there. She just had barbers. You know what I mean? So
I
she had
understand,
it
but
running 7 days a week, 16 barbers and 12 chairs.
I guess what I'm trying to say is, if we don't have to have the numbers. We can get in a ballpark
Right.
just by doing the math.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so for me, it's just those numbers seem insane.
Yeah.
Like
Well, I mean, I'm just telling you, I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna sit here and just waste my time just trying to make some shit up, you know. But I do understand what you're saying. It's not gonna work other places. I can understand that. I know this market. I never did commission in Tampa. It was booth rent. But as far as where I'm at in my situation, I can make more off of a commission than I can off of a $200 a chair, $200 a week, $800 a chair, 8 chairs, 6,400. You know what I mean? Like I could make more on a commission. Now, if it was in a situation where all the military left, then it wasn't no military and you were just cutting civilians, then you might be dealing with the
you
situation
know,
where
you know, Tampa's a military town too, though, right? Like
I
you
know.
know that
I mean, yeah,
their
it's
shops
an
are right
Air Force
next to.
base.
You're saying that you got to be making by yourself 300K a year if you're doing those numbers. If you're
I'm part time.
Why are you part time? Make doing those numbers, bro. Then
Because I've got other things that I'm still trying to get to a point, and I had some shit come up to where I can't
yeah.
rely on people. You know what I mean? You just got stuff coming up while you got too many eggs in a basket.
I don't know what the things are that you're doing that are taking your time, but that's what I mean by opportunity cost. Whatever it is you're doing that's costing you to be part time in an opportunity where you can do 25 haircuts at $50 a pop a day, dude. That's $1,250 a day. I don't know too many opportunities that's worth costing you half your time. You're worth $300 an hour. Why would you do anything else? Why wouldn't you just focus on the main thing
Because
and then just build
I'm,
it?
and that might be where I steered off, but when you get to where I'm trying to go, which, like I said, I follow you. But what I've done is I've taken money and I've invested into other avenues that's more passive, that's more a product line. So you just flip the product and the money comes back in, right? So that's where I've dispersed more of my time into trying to get the systems running to where I just got to
I
find me
wouldn't do
somebody
that.
that's real.
I would
Because
put it. The product line's an opportunity cost, bro. The product line's opportunity.
But it
Everything right now is an opportunity cost because at $12.50 a day, let's say we're working 5 days a week times five. That's $6,200 a week
so
times
I'm
50.
what I average will be $40 for a 20-minute cut, and then for a 30-minute to 35-minute cut, it's going to be 50 to 60
Yeah,
bucks. So if they tip on,
you said 30, 35 haircuts. I said 25. I even went
no, I
over
said
that.
30 to 35 minutes. Like if I spend, I got it
Okay.
broke down. Like I got a quick cut, a detailed cut. So a quick cut's gonna be 35, 20 minutes. If I've got a detailed cut, like detail with the beard, it's gonna be like a 30 to 45 minute slot, and
Yeah.
then it's gonna be 50 to 55 bucks.
Bro, if I was in your shoes, bro, honestly, I would drop the product line, cut hair for just focus on cutting hair for 3 to 5 years. You will have the nicest nest egg. And then you can do whatever the hell you want. You can launch the product line, launch the most beautiful barbershop, launch whatever the hell you want. But that's what I would do right now is I would just focus on that shit, document the journey. You're gonna get a following doing those types of numbers, bro. Document the journey, and in 3 to 5 years, you'll have so much cash in the bank. Then you can launch your product. You'll launch your product with a huge following, documenting this. Look, I see the comments. They don't believe you. I believe you, bro. I believe you, and I think you can do it. I just think that you're being distracted from the
Yeah,
main thing. And I've been there, bro. I've been there. I've been distracted from the main thing many times. When I tell you I probably do 8 figures every single year for like the past 3 years, I make good money. But if I was in your shoes, I would not, bro. I would do the 300K a year for 3 to 5 years. Just focus, less stress, less anything. Document it. You're gonna grow a following because this is amazing. This is inspirational. And then you launch your product. You're gonna launch your product with cash in the bank, successful, documenting everything, a following, and I bet you it takes off. Wait, that's why I tell people if you do too much at once, you're actually moving slower. You're actually slowing yourself
yeah,
down.
yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
yeah.
That's
No,
the
I feel.
opportunity cost I'm talking about.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what
where
I
I'm
mean?
at.
So,
I'm exhausted.
bro, I'm telling you,
Yeah, I'm over
I think you should just
exert. It
focus.
was good when it was good, but
Yeah,
then when the other when what I delegated out that I felt like was just gonna run itself fell apart. That's when. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm trying to get back to, and then I'm repackaging
man, please,
packages and stuff.
bro, absolutely, please get back to that because you got an amazing opportunity, man. You got
Yeah,
a military town, bro. Like you said, there's room for expansion. You better do it before somebody else wakes up.
yeah,
I'm telling you,
and yeah,
plant your damn flag, run those numbers up, give other barbers opportunities to do the same thing, make money off of that, and then
yeah,
launch your damn product. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
All right, bro.
yeah. I
So
appreciate you,
I'm
bro.
glad you jumped on, bro.
Yeah, yeah,
Good
for
talking,
sure,
man.
man.
All right,
All
bro.
right.
Take care.
Yeah,
Now, I believe him, bro. I can see a guy like Mo, for example, a guy like Mo being in a military town like that and running them numbers. 200 something thousand on 35 on $30 haircuts. You know what I mean? Like I know it's possible. It's just that's a unique situation. And I can't teach that. I can't duplicate that, right? But he's got to stop getting distracted. He's distracted right now. And it's a bad move. Okay. And most commission shops do not have 8 barbers. Shit, most booth rent shops don't have 8 barbers. 3 to 5 is probably right. I would say 4 is probably the number. Do you know how many booth rent shops have 2 barbers, 3 barbers, 4 barbers? They have 6 1 month. The next month they have 4. A year later they have 3. A year later they have 8. A year later they have 5. A year later they have 10. A year later they have 3. The average is like 4. And so with commission shops, it's even worse. 1 month you might have 6 barbers on commission. The next month you got 2. The next month you got 8. The next month you had an entire shop walk out. Headlines is creeping up on 100 barbers working at our shop. If what you want is a couple shops, commission absolutely is the best. But for me, I like passive, and I can run probably 5 locations with 4 hours a month, if I'm being honest. Here's what I learned. I've owned commission shops. I had a commission shop where I think at the peak, we had 9 barbers. And it was cool. I mean, we had some barbers that were paying $700 a week. We had some barbers that were paying 500, some that would pay some months 900. You know, it was crazy. It was crazy. Except it was a revolving door. I had a stress barbers not swiping. There's a lot of more responsibilities with this as opposed to this. I'm gonna try to break this down as simple as I can. The goal, like we said, from a shop is to be as passive as possible because the whole point is to buy us time. We want freedom. That's the whole point of building a business. And we can do that with commission shops and booth rent shops. But as we start to break out systems and look at our costs, especially if we wanted to do it the legal way, what we noticed is little by little, our commission shops, number one, we would never get to 10 locations in Tampa with commission shops. It would never happen. And we're really good at what we do. We have a huge brand. So I know we can't do that. Can we do 4? Possibly. We could probably do 4. And if we run this the correct way, then we either have to pay an employee tax because they're going to be W-2, or we're going to do 1099 and we can't tell them what to do. So now if a barber's not at work, I'm stressing because he's not at work, so I ain't making money. With booth rent, I still get my money regardless if these barbers show up 20 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 100 hours a week. So we're like, damn, do I really want to play that game? Would I rather? No, every single week we're going to get 325. 90 barbers at 325 a week. Or let's say I could get on average 8 barbers a shop and I'm at 32 barbers. And let's say on average I can get 500 each. We have expenses and stuff. If you look, we have sheets where we break this shit down to a science. Like this is the type of stuff that we're doing with a commission model and a booth rent model. Realistically, this number ends up being more like 400 after the added expenses, the cost, the time, all that. This actually ends up being like 400, but I can't scale past 32. We have 9 barbershops all in Tampa Bay, and I don't spend more than 4 or 5 hours a month on these shops. It's passive. Okay. This is why I love this model. Actually, let me go to this sheet right here. This is 5 locations, and we did all our real numbers with expenses, our monthly income, our yearly income, and what our net is. So these 5 locations net us 563,000. This number is now 10 locations. That's now 10 locations. So let's say instead of 563 for the next 5, let's say we just make $1 million with 10 locations. So you're telling me I can net $1 million a year from 10 locations and spend 10 to 15 hours a month running them. That's amazing, right? With these 5 barbershops at the time, we ran the numbers and we said if we didn't spend any money from these shops, if we just left all the profits in the bank, and every year we look at the bank account and there's 563,000 in there just from these 5 shops. We can open a shop every 1.8 months without getting into debt, anything like that. This is literally just cash growth. The reason why this is awesome is because it's stable. No pandemic's gonna mess with us. No recession's gonna mess with us. My commission shop, I remember when the pandemic hit, the moment the barbers started doing house calls, cutting hair in their garage, all that stuff, I couldn't get half of them to come back. So now I got to stress finding barbers, replacing them. I don't ever have to do that with this model. Guys, I have barbers that worked with us for 12 years. You know what I mean? Like, we have no problem. We don't have a revolving door. Okay. So imagine you're in this situation. Why the hell would I get myself in a commission model? This is a great situation to be in, especially if we do this times 10. So that means I could open a barbershop every single month for a year. Imagine I don't spend any of this money and this is $1 million a year. And we just keep compounding this. You guys, y'all have a good one, man. Listen, if you haven't locked in after watching this live stream. With that being said, y'all have a good night. My 6-Figure Barber members, I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Tyler, let's go crazy, bro. We changing lives tomorrow. I already know. Good night, guys.
That live stream was a lot of fun. I did that on my Instagram. It's kind of like a random thing and ended up being pretty cool. So I wanted to share it with you guys. But one thing I want you guys to see, something that I couldn't have had perspective when I first started, is that you have kind of 2 choices. You could try to be in control of the business and micromanage everything. And if you read the book E-Myth, that's a bad idea if you want growth and you want businesses that amplify your life, make your quality of life better, less stress, more time freedom. Not just that, but it holistically makes everybody else happier, and it creates a business model and a environment where people will prosper and your business will prosper as well, and it'll grow with or without you. It's much better to spend 90% of your time coaching and mentoring your team than being in there micromanaging every little thing. Head coaches on the best football teams aren't micromanaging every player. They have coaches for every specific expertise. Same way a CEO and a coach is very similar. We have a much more broader look, a much more higher looking down. So we're much more strategic, and that's a better place to be at because number one, your relationship with your team and your barbers are better. There's less micromanaging and clashing and stress. And when you're in that deep, you worry about things that don't really move the needle for anyone. It's interesting how that works. And so I hope you guys got some nuggets from this video. It's much more fun being a servant leader and focusing on the growth of everyone, because a rising tide raises all ships.